Gaming here, and today I'm going to be doing a video on how to be good at Call of Duty and to get into a perfect game. So right now I'm going to describe how to be good at Call of Duty. So the first thing is that you need to check your corners. For instance, if you just went forwards and just looked in one place, then the enemies have a high possibility of coming behind. The second one is believe in yourself, because if you don't believe, then it just gets you down and you don't feel like you can do it at all, and you just won't be able to. Probably the third rule is don't use the same class. Use the same class in one game. Don't keep on changing it, because then you won't be able to get used to how fast the weapon shoots and everything. The fourth rule is probably don't make multiple classes with the same weapons but with different attachments. You could probably make 2 or 3, but then don't make the whole entire class dedicated to VMPs or Kudas. And I think that probably don't use like Breckies or KRMs, because it's not very long range, so you can't really get your shots off. I'd prefer using like the Kuda, VMP, even though they're not, even though they're still pretty short ranged. You can still shoot people from quite a distance. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about score streaks as well. Don't use really high ones if you know you'll struggle and get on them. You can maybe use one high one if you think you're gonna go on a good game, or if it's easy. If it's like an easy game with like not even sweaty tryhards at all, and they've got like level 1s everywhere you go. And I would say you should always use the UAV, because it's not too hard to get and it's actually very helpful. Right now my controller's glitching out quite a bit, so that's why I can't get my shots off. And I think you should probably go with the lower ones and just build up, instead of going with high ones and getting it every time, trying to get it every time. Try use it grip and quick draw as much as you can in your classes, because it just helps keep a steady aim. And yeah, it helps you keep a steady aim. Don't just use like rapid fire, long barrel, or well, you can use them, but you should use at least quick draw or grip in one of your classes. But if it's like a sniper, for instance, and you can't get it, then just use whatever you want in that one. And I think probably using a sniper and a secondary as a weapon is a good choice, because right now I'm going to switch to my SPG, and when you're in close spots, then you can use a VMP. But when you're in far distances, like here, you can use the SVG to pick off a few enemies, and then rush in with your VMP. And so I always try and keep a positive KD, so if I have a weapon that I do very well with, go very positive, then I'll probably try and use it more. But if you've got weapons where you go negative quite a lot, don't use them, because it's kind of like it's not your liking for the weapon. Like, maybe if you don't fit well with SVGs, then you go with shotguns or something, because they're literally the opposite. And if you don't go well with shotguns and snipers, then it's probably good for assault rifles. And not just that, I think that probably you should play different game modes, try it out depending on to see what you're good at. Don't just go with TDM the whole entire way through all of your Call of Duty plays. If you see an enemy too many, don't just rush in and think you're going to get them all. Like when I said believe, I don't mean take on 6 enemies at a time and be like, yeah, I got this, let's just walk into all of them. I mean, back off sometimes if there's too many enemies crowding around. Like, then I should have backed off, but I didn't really have a choice, because I still would have got picked off. But our team is pretty terrible now, so that's why I'm going negative. But what you should probably do more is look around the map as well, see where all of the enemies are coming from, use the deaths, use the minimap. Now we're going into the best lobby to join. So I think that if you've got a lobby with loads of Master Prestiges, then not to play with that in that lobby. It doesn't really matter if you leave, it's not showing you're bad or anything, it's just showing what your limits are. If there's a lobby that you find too easy, still do it because you're still going to get positive KD. But if there's ones that you don't think you're going to go positive in, or you're going to do bad in, like full team and Master Prestiges, then I insist on just not going in that team. And if you get into a team where some people have average KD, world KD as like 2, 3, then you could take them on, but probably not best to if you're starting out new. If you're a good player and you've got like 2 or 3 Master Prestiges, then I think you should stay in, see if you can challenge yourself. But sometimes don't always challenge yourself, sometimes just lay off trying to beat the whole team. Like, I usually try to go for a positive 1 KD, and that's probably because sometimes I leave the games, not in the middle of them, just before it starts, because it's easier. Don't leave in the middle of a game, because then you get a negative 0.00 KD every single time, even if you leave going positive. So, yeah, I would think you should do long games I think you should do long games, because then you have more time to get kills. But then sometimes if you want to test, if you want to test out to see what good ones you are, then you should do it. But you should know how long they last to depend how many kills you're probably going to get. So TDM, probably the highest, around 40 kills. Domination, around 70 highest. SMD, around 20 highest. And Uplink, I think it can go around 50 or something, because I did hit 40 yesterday on Uplink. But not, so yeah, they're all the tips that I can give. I hope you learn from them and become a better Call of Duty player, or any type. But if you're doing boots on the ground, then it's probably best to camp a bit more than usual, because you can't just boot up there, because they'll have lots of people camping. So I'm going to do the new World War II, probably going to do a video of the beta, and I'm going to get it, so when the game actually comes out, I'm going to do videos on it instead of Call of Duty and Infinite Warfare. So thank you for watching, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next video. Bye.